Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a video about staying fit and sane in this quarantine. It seems as though it's going to extend a little bit longer and may actually reoccur again in the fall, who knows. But anyways, I came up with this video because Preston and I have been getting some questions and comments as he has dropped about 13 to 15 pounds during quarantine, and I haven't really dropped any. I've been maintaining depending on the week. I may be down a pound or two, but it usually is just flux weight. I don't think I've actually dropped any weight. So anyways, we are definitely in maintenance or losing weight in quarantine, whereas a lot of people around us are in gaining weight during the quarantine and or losing their mind. So I just wanted to give a few tips to help you stay sane and fit during this time. Some of them may be like, duh, and then some of them might be so simple that because you aren't actually in a place where, you know, I'm on a weight loss journey, that you just didn't think about it. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just need reminders. And then at the same time, some people maybe didn't even think about it. So whatever. So the first three may be triggering to people. So if you are someone who maybe battles with eating disorders or like body dysmorphia or something like that, maybe not do these. So if you know that already, don't. But for me at the beginning of the quarantine, I had to track my food for another reason, but it showed me some things that I wasn't even paying attention to. So maybe just for a span of time, just so you can see what you're eating and how many calories it is, how the macros line up, the fat, the carbs, and the protein, as well as the sugars. Just track it so you'll know this is how much you're eating, because sometimes when you are eating unconsciously, you're bringing in more than you actually need, especially for those who are now working from home or just home period or whatever the case may be. The food is more accessible, so maybe you're eating more often than you usually would, and also maybe you're eating things that you don't usually eat, and also maybe you are emotionally eating because everything is going on. So that's one. The other one is try intermittent fasting, so you don't have as much time to allow yourself to eat, so you can cut out some of those extra snackings and meals and things that you're not supposed to have. I myself usually don't eat until about 2, and I usually eat between 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. and the rest of the time I'm just on like water or my like my celery juice and stuff I have in the morning, my lemon water, that type thing, maybe some tea. So maybe you can try that, so it will give you a longer time and space to be without food, and then you'll just have that smaller period to intake food. The other one would be to replace some of your snacks with veggies. A lot of times people say fresh fruit, but the reason I say veggies is because if you're really for real hungry most of the time, you'll still eat the veggie, like the carrots or the broccoli or the whatever. But if you're just eating just to eat, you're gonna be like, yeah, good, I don't want that. So that was when I was going through my weight loss journey, that was one of my ways I saw if I was really hungry, especially if it was late at night. I was like, well, if you are hungry, go eat the rest of that grilled broccoli. And if I went to eat the rest of the grilled broccoli, I was like, oh yeah, you was hungry for real. And if I was like, no, I really want some apples and peanut butter and raisins, then you're not really hungry, you just want what you want. And sometimes you do want what you want, and that's cool too. But you know, sometimes when you're in a space where you need to make changes, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you are a person who isn't really on the extreme of going all in this quarantine, maybe you could be one of the people that will substitute a snack for fruit instead of a veggie. So there's that. Also, there were 4 triggering things, sorry. Also, you can start to track your weight, measure yourself, or take photos. And again, don't do this if this is triggering for you. So you can start to weigh yourself weekly. I wouldn't do more than weekly. Maybe you take measurements. Measurements typically won't change weekly, so maybe you do every other week or monthly. Or take photos just so you can kind of track where you are. So you'll see if there are any large changes before it is to a point where you gotta drop like 20, 30 pounds. Let's see what else. Make sure every day you do some kind of physical activity. You don't have to go balls to the wall doing a HIIT workout and CrossFit and turning flips and standing on your head and doing handstands. You don't have to do that. But maybe every day you go for a walk, or every day you decide, I'm going to do 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, and 20 squats. Just every day make sure you do some kind of physical activity. Then next we have drink a full glass of water with each meal and each snack, and I would suggest to drink it before. So if you know you're about to eat breakfast, go ahead and drink a full glass of water. If you're having a snack, go ahead and drink a full glass of water. Like with each meal or snack, drink a full glass of water so there's less space in your stomach for the extra BS. So you're really just eating what you're supposed to be eating, and then of course the more water you drink, the better everything is anyways. Set a bedtime and a wake up time. So some people are working from home now, or your schedule has changed, or you're home now for a period of time without work, or whatever the case may be, and your schedule has changed even if you are working from home, because now you don't have to add in getting up, getting in the car, sitting in traffic, all of that. So your whole schedule has changed, your bedtime has changed, when you wake up has changed. So try not to have every day be different. Try to set a schedule for yourself so your biorhythms kind of know what's going on. So I myself have an alarm on my phone, and I've had this since probably 2 years now, that goes off. It goes off at 8:35 now. It used to go off at 9:30. At 9 o'clock, but it goes off and it says bedtime at the top. Not that I get in the bed at 9, but it signals me to whatever I'm doing, I need to start wrapping it up so I can go get in the bed. And then every day I make sure I get up at a certain time. My schedule is different every day because I train online, and some days I have to get up earlier than others. But I also make sure that even on the days where I don't have to get up super early, that on those days I'm up at a certain time as well. So maybe making a schedule for yourself and not just having everything be freelance would also help you, find some rhythm and have some sanity and some schedule in this time here. Also carve out time for prayer and meditation. If you say you are someone who doesn't know how to meditate, it's probably just because you're judging yourself during your meditation. You think it's supposed to be a certain way, and it's supposed to go a certain way, and it's supposed to feel a certain way. It ain't. Just sit down, lay down, get comfortable, close your eyes. If you have an eye mask, put that on. Just start to breathe, slow your breath down, and just start to notice things around you. Maybe you feel the air on your skin. Maybe you feel the air as it goes in your nose and comes back out. Maybe you feel your chest and abdomen expand as you fill up. Like those things. So getting out of the thoughts that, oh, I can't believe my boss sent me that email. I should have said such and such. Or I can't believe such and such cut me off in traffic. And when I was in line at the grocery store, I can't believe that lady tried to cough on me and she didn't have on no mask. Like, you're all over the place. We want to get out of all of those things and just be into you in this moment. And then as you go on and you get better at it, yeah, you'll have those times of space where there are no thoughts. But, you're human and you're breathing and you're alive. And your brain's job is to think. So most likely there's not going to be just these expansive, 4 hours where you have no thoughts. It's just not going to work like that. So also, if you need something to focus on, you can say a mantra or affirmation, like close your eyes and say, I am well, I am healthy, like breathe in health, breathe out disease, or breathe in wealth, breathe out lack, or whatever the case may be. Make it for you. It doesn't have to be a certain way. Everything doesn't work for everybody. Everybody doesn't like peanut butter, and everybody don't want to get a red Tesla. So, everything is different for everybody. So make your meditation for you. If you're not a meditation person and you want to do prayer, do that. Same thing, different, book, basically. So every day, just have a practice for you to ground down and come back to yourself and get out of everything that's going on outside of you. I would also suggest to limit or lessen your social media usage and scrolling, as well as news watching and paying attention to those things. Maybe you have people in your life that are very, very triggered by this experience. And they have a lot to say about it, and you're finding that when you deal with these people, it kind of changes your vibe and your energy. So maybe there are some people and spaces, environments, and situations that you also need to limit yourself from. So just noticing how you feel around certain things, whether it be social media or news, people, and changing that, because you are only in control of you and how you respond to things. And if you can already see that these things are not serving you, then you need to let them go. I myself have not looked at the news for probably 20 years. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, you don't look at the news, how you gonna know what's going on? If it's important for me to know, I'll find out. Somebody somewhere gonna tell me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there's a hurricane coming, somebody gonna say something. I'll find out. Like, I don't need to watch the news. It's just the same crap on loop over and over and over and over and over. We need to not beat the dead horse. Like, let it go. And then as far as social media goes, that's its own, you know, thing. Social media is good for a lot of things, but in times like this, especially in crisis, it could be very triggering. So if you see that it is triggering you, leave it alone. Also, maybe start journaling or do like a gratitude listing every day or something like that. Journaling is really good just to get your feelings out, and you might think that it's real silly, like you're a little schoolgirl, or maybe I'm a dude, I don't journal, whatever. Every day, you can just write down 3 or 4 things that you're grateful for that went well today. Like, you still are breathing, you had a meal to eat today, and the sun was shining. I mean, some people didn't get to breathe today, or a meal, or see the sun. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, today you got a call back from somebody about a job, or today you found out that one of your relatives is doing really well, whatever the case may be. Or maybe you just want to journal about how your day went, or maybe you want to visualize and journal about how you wish your day would have went. So just speaking in present tense, today I woke up a millionaire. My house is fly. I walked down the steps to my bearskin rug. It's a fake bearskin rug, but you know what I'm saying? Just do something to get you out of this present moment to keep you sane. And then I think there's only one last one, is to get some fresh air and to air your house out. So every day, if you can, go outside, take a walk. If you're in a community that really isn't walkable, just go outside your door for maybe 10, 20 minutes and just get some fresh air. Also opening up your windows a few times a week so you can get that fresh air circulation. If you are a mermaid hippie like myself, you know, sage it out. If you have Palo Santo, do that. I heard Palo Santo was like killing the environment though, so maybe not Palo Santo. So, you know, do what you need to do for you. Hopefully these tips helped you in some way. Like I said, they weren't like profound things that no one has ever done before, but they are things that have never had to be applied to a situation such as this, because we have not been in a situation such as this before. So I just wanted to offer those up, since I have been getting questions and comments about Preston and I keeping and maintaining in this space. I hope that you guys are well, staying safe, doing what you need to do to take care of yourself and your family. I send prayers and love and light to everyone, and I will see you next time. Peace out.